TikTok makeup hacks. We've all seen them. And the thing is, right, some are good. Some look pretty decent. Others, pretty questionable. I'm skeptical to say the least, but I want to sit down and try them out and see if any like change the game for me. I'm talking in terms of my makeup routine. I don't know, they could make things easier. But the thing is with hacks, right? For me, they got to do one of three things. Number one, you've got to save me time, okay? It's got to be efficient. Second thing, it's got to save you some coins, okay? It's got to save you some money. Or the third thing, it has to make my life easier in some type of way. Personally, the way my brain works, a hack isn't a hack if it's not one of those three things. I have a bunch saved on my phone. I did try to kind of like do step by step if I possibly could, but the ones I've seen that I want to try and don't look like a piece of shit. Are you guys the same? Like sometimes I see one, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like that? Okay. Hopefully these ones will work and make our life easier in some type of way. So let's find out. Let's zoom you in and let's do this. First hack is apparently going to change the game when it comes to cut creases, or you know the double type of cut crease where you've got some on your lid and then you've got some above here and then you can kind of like wing it out and join it together. You'll see what I'm talking about. God, I need a sip of my tea before I begin. I'm getting stressed. I think that could quite possibly be the most British thing I've ever said. Right, let's click play. So she's using an eyelash curler, which I have right here. Creates a beautiful line apparently. That's neat as well. Then she uses the top of the eyelash curler for that, doing the details, joining everything up, making it look more cut creasy, adding the glitter, lashes, and then we are done. Right, that looks beautiful. She made that look too easy, and that's what I'm skeptical about. One thing I'm not sure of as well is how am I going to be able to keep this the same like width? I don't know. It's just, you know when someone makes something look too easy and you're like, it's not that easy, you're fooling me. Either that or you're some fucking genius. Okay, let's give this a go, shall we? I am going to use an eyeshadow palette that I know and trust. I'm using the Be Perfect Clientele palette, which I think is probably one of my most loved palettes ever. I think as well, I'm actually going to stick to colours that she used. I actually think that was a really pretty like neutral glitter look. I also don't do cut creases too often, and I feel like they're one of those looks that a lot of people don't feel as confident to do freehand. I don't know, any tips and tricks I feel like we will take on board and use, right? So maybe this could be the one. Let's find out. Lining this up. I feel like this is the hard part because I've got to try and get them even. And I feel like the eyelash colour is a bit long for my eye, but if I pull that, I pulled the skin a little bit and I'm pressing quite hard. I think I've got it. That's about as good as I'm going to get. So let's just go. Fill it in. Really rubbing that in and I'm making sure, oh no. I think I just fucked the outer corner. You've got to make sure you keep the pressure. Otherwise I feel like the line's just not going to be clean. I think the outer corner's fucked. Are we ready? Oh, okay. That's not the worst thing. That's not the worst thing in the world. Guys, that really isn't awful at all. I'm just skeptical about how I'm going to sort of join it up because it is quite a big semicircle shape. I guess this is just giving us like our base layer to work with and then we kind of work around these. I mean, it is quick and convenient to be fair. Once I've got it in place, I'm holding it down with quite a lot of pressure, which does kind of low-key hurt my eye socket, but I am just whacking it on quite carefree here. Right, they're not exactly even, are they? Let me try that one again. Maybe because I was talking and not focusing. Bear with, guys. Okay, that's better. God, my eye is literally watering. What the hell is going on? Only thing I can notice is this one is sitting slightly higher than this one, but nothing I guess a little brush can't fix quick. But I mean, that's not awful. Let's just leave it there. Blend back and forth. Ready? There's shadow that's like transferred as well in the middle and that's not a straight line at all. What is that? What is that? Am I doing something wrong here or what is going on? Let me try this side and let's see if I can make this go better. To be honest guys, I'm not sure if this is necessarily easier because like you're using these eyelash curlers. I can't really see the placement of stuff, so I don't even know if I've done this too high, too low. I can't really see the look for what it is. So if anything, I feel like, oh, okay, that's a little bit better. That is a little bit better. Let me give that a blend over the top. That is a nice sort of like straight line, but the thing is, even if I did try to say like join it up, like everything's off. Adding in more than I feel like I need to. Look, like I'm just gonna do this so rough, guys. Like So you can kind of, do you see what I mean? Like that to me is off. The actual placement of stuff just feels strange. The cut crease line here, I feel like should be lower, but then I can't see that necessarily because like I said, when you're doing it, you've got the eyelash curler in the way and it just, yeah, I'm not a fan of this. I'm gonna rub this off and do it how I normally would do it. Listen, the concept was there for sure. I understood what we were trying to do with that. However, to me, it's sketchy because I don't feel like it's gonna go right every single time. I feel like there will be times where it goes wrong, like more so than if you was to do it freehand, say. On top of that, it is not the most comfortable thing in the world either. Maybe if you had bigger eye space and bigger eyes, it wouldn't be so wrong. Guys, let me just do this freehand and kind of really quickly and roughly show you how I would do it. By the way, time-wise, it's 12:05 and then we can compare like time-wise. Let's say it's 12:04 for argument's sake, because I've already done this. $12.09. That took me, what, 5 minutes? Don't get me wrong, it still needs a little bit of TLC. I've just cleaned up the edge there. It isn't perfect by any means, and there's 100% things that I would like add and change. So for argument's sake, maybe like a 10-15 minute eye. But I just wanted to show you that in 5 minutes, you can kind of get the shape, structure, and general gist of the makeup look. Now, before anybody comes to me, I'm fully aware that not everybody could do this in 5 minutes. With makeup, practice makes perfect, right? And the more you do something, the easier something feels, right? And I can understand the concept of this, but it was shit and it didn't work. Too unreliable. And I mean, when you look at like this eye compared to this eye, this isn't saving me time, money, or making things easier. So in my opinion, scrap it. Maybe there is one out there that does make cut creases easier, but this one, no thanks, sir. I mean, yeah, her lashes look bomb, but something about this does not feel comfortable to me in any way, shape or form. We are gonna do it though. So she dips her mascara wand into some translucent powder, applies it to the lashes, and then they're meant to be thicker, longer. Roll the wand. Guys, I know this is gonna be a little bit hard to see because obviously I've got the eye makeup on, but it's strange, the formula actually doesn't feel as like wet, like I can't feel it gripping my lashes as much. In my head, I feel like it would make more sense to like maybe put a layer of powder on your lashes first and then apply the mascara rather than both at the same time. I didn't curl my lashes or anything for this, guys, because I wanted to see how it really works. They are 1,000,000% thicker. It's almost like dried out the formula a little bit, which obviously would make sense because you are putting like powder onto the wand. I don't know, guys. Let me zoom you in. Right? I just feel like they're kind of like clumped. It adds more volume, that's for sure. If you're somebody that enjoys that like thicker mascara, clumpier look, then yeah, sure. But if anything, I feel like it's just kind of weighed my lashes down and doesn't lengthen them. It just sort of like has made them thicker. You know what? I think you've got to be a particular type of person with their mascara, right? You've got to like that thicker, clumpier lash. If you don't like that, this hack probably isn't going to be for you. Having said that, yeah, this works. Guys, one hack I do take from TikTok though is the idea of angling your lash. You've probably seen people do it with like the whole eyeliner thing where they kind of use the lash as like the top half of the liner and then they fill it in, if that makes sense, and it kind of lifts the eye. Well, I somewhat do that, but I basically stick my lash on, but the outer corner, I take it away from my lash line. Kind of merge that bit in with the wing and I feel like it really like lifts the eye. Skin hacks now, guys, this is where it starts to get fun to me. By far, complexion is my favorite part of my makeup routine, like it's my favorite step. So let's see what we're working with. Some of them get pretty groovy as well. Let's press play. So this one's actually pretty logical to me. So you're mixing your foundation and a smoothing primer together on her back of her hand and then she's applying it to the skin. And apparently this is meant to transform your skin and she says it photoshops your skin. I'm intrigued by this. So instead of doing one step then the other, you're mixing them together to create a combination and they like marry together. So instead of layering them, we'll see. This seems logical to me. We're about to see though if this actually makes more of a difference compared to doing primer than foundation, you know? So I'm going to use my Fenty foundation. Then she said any smoothing primer. So I'm going to use my Too Faced Primed and Poreless one because I love this. Couple pumps of Fenty, maybe like that. Mix it together. She used like more of like a serum one, but that's actually mixed together really well. I've actually seen quite a few different foundation like hacks. Some people are spraying their like Urban Decay All Nighter or whatever setting spray into their foundation. I've done that before and I do that all the time to make the foundation last, but I'm interested to see how this foundation actually sits on the skin. Maybe I should do half and half. Yeah, let's do that. That kind of makes logical sense to me. Okay, here we have it. This is one side of my face complete. Hold up. That looks fucking great. Guys, she could be onto something with this one. It's almost like it's combined really well on the skin, so it allows everything to just smooth over the actual layer of the skin. Do you know what I mean? Right, let's do the real comparison. I'm gonna pop on the primer first. Grab a small amount of that and then apply it. Foundation on top. God, I literally have a beast growing on my face here. You know, one of those like under the skin ones that just chill there for like weeks. That's what I feel like this one is gonna be. It's freaking huge. Now, this is the way that I typically do my foundation, right? Layering my products as opposed to mixing them together. This is how I would use these products in particular, but also what I would do in like other routines as well. This is the side that we mix the two products together, and then this is the side that we layered it up. What do we think? I'm looking at real close right now so we can do attention to detail. The side that we mixed, I feel like I'm really kind of seeing that here. This is the paste I'm talking about. This looks a little bit smoother, ever so slightly. It's like a minor difference, but if you really, really look up close, I feel like it's kind of melted into the skin a little bit better. Guys, thinking about it, if I'm deep in this right, the sides that we put, like we mix them together, this is layering all over the face. Whereas when I use a smoothing primer, typically I'll use it in like the T-zone area. I don't necessarily spread it around my entire face. Maybe that could be why, because it's like seamless over the entire skin rather than just an area. So naturally it looks more like even. Right, I'm doing that more often. Now that is a type of hack that I can get down with. I can fuck with that. I like that. Concealer now, that is the next move. Now this one, kind of did something similar recently. However, I want to try her type of routine. This is this girl's routine, okay? So apparently this is meant to like really brighten and lift the under eye area. The rest of the concealing, we're going to use another hack, but for the under eye, this is what we're going to do. So as you can see, she's applying a white concealer. I'm pretty sure she mixes in a regular colored concealer in the middle, but look at that. She looked flawless. Didn't even look fucking real. That's insane. Right, we are doing this. Just to make sure I was doing this right, I did go on her TikTok page to make sure I was doing this right. And what she does is she basically applies like a shit ton of white concealer under here, also up here too, and then she applies like a bit of regular down the middle, blends them all together, creates this little like cocktail of concealer, and it makes your under eyes look like that. I'm using my H&B Cosmetics concealer, you guys know this, because she has shade 0, which is basically white. So she goes right in here. She isn't shy with the concealer at all. Right down the sides of the nose too. And then she also puts some right up here. God, we are really trusting the process with this one, aren't we? Jesus. I'm pretty sure this is obviously going to help to like marry the colour together, otherwise might be a bit too much, but we will see. She lets this sit a little bit, so I think she goes ahead and does her eyebrows while she's letting this sit. So what I'll do in the meantime is I'm going to do another TikTok hack. Makes sense to let something sit. It kind of dries down a little bit. You're going to get the best coverage out of something. But let's move on to this other type of like lifting concealer type of trick. The instant facelift with concealer. So the nose, the mouth, the eye, blends it out. But by the looks of it, she doesn't blend it out fully. She more sort of just like keeps the shape, I guess, to get that lift, but tries to blend it in the skin. So obviously she's using a slightly lighter concealer. I'm going to stick to my 2W concealer by H&B Cosmetics. Here. I've already sort of done the eye, so let's see. Okay, time to blend this out. Oh my God, I'm scared. I am scared. This is a ton of concealer. I'm not mad at it because, listen, I like the coverage, but something so light is kind of a little bit scary. But like I said, I don't want to blend it in all the way. I can still kind of see her lines. That's one side compared. I mean, I feel like there's no denying the fact that my face definitely looks more lifted. Makes sense to me because the placement of everything does make a difference. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like strategic in a way, and that does make sense to me. And the bright under eye, I kind of love it. I mean, I did do it in my last makeup look video. Not as obviously intense as this, but I'm so into it. I think it looks so great. Where she's put it really does make a difference as well. Like, look how lifted this side of my face looks. Do you know what I mean? Look by my mouth area. So on this side, I've done this sort of like concealing mouth trick, and on this side I haven't. And I feel like this area definitely looks more like, oh God, I should like snatched after this, shouldn't I? Jesus. All this lifting and brightness and stuff. I love it though. Wow, look at that. Okay, these two little tricks definitely get a thumbs up from me. And I know it looks mad and crazy right now, but makeup typically has a crazy step before it gets better, and I'm down for that. And also, I feel like my under eyes, right, covered up the dark circles. Do you know what I mean? Wow, yep. Everything about this, I am loving. I think the one by the mouth and then here and here would be more effective if I didn't do the bright under eye, like kind of if you did them as two separate steps. However, still has made a difference to my face in some way, that's for sure. This next hack is about to scare the life out of me. This kind of just makes me feel some type of way. God, that really cringes me out. I don't know why spraying that powder product makes me, oh my God. I mean, it looks like it's working, sure. Do you know what I mean though? Like the idea of spraying a powder product, like will it ruin the product? I guess we're about to find out. So I've got my Hula Caramel here and some setting spray. Part of me thinks, why do this? Like why not just buy a cream contour product? However, the logical sense behind this to me is say I spray this and then I can apply it as cream and then this dries, so then I can use it as like a powder product as well. That then would make sense because I guess essentially it's saving you money. If this does not transform back though, or I guess if it's an old bronzer and you just want to make it into a cream product, sure. I don't know. Let's give this a go. That makes me feel sick. God, I'm so scared. What if this looks shite? Oh my God, okay. Right, well that's definitely coming off more pigmented and more like a cream bronzer, sure. I'm gonna switch over to my sponge now to blend this in. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, the forehead doesn't look as bad. The forehead doesn't look as bad, but like, why do I feel like that's gone like muddy? And it's almost like drying down super quick because obviously technically this is a powder. I feel like you gotta work quick with it. It's almost like setting back to its original form. I mean, that isn't awful. At first it was kind of scaring me because I felt like it wasn't blending. It does look slightly muddy though. That could be the tone of the bronzer though. Although this is Hula Caramel, but maybe just where it's got wet, it's kind of deepened the tone a little bit. Definitely makes it more pigmented, that's for sure. I feel like it's just an unusual concept. Do you know what I mean? I feel like you've got to work quick with it. It isn't as creamy as a cream bronzer would be. Not that I expected it to because it is a powder. You can see as well, the compact is actually drying. Will be interesting to see if it will dry back to its completely natural form. We'll see in a few minutes when this actually officially dries. But yeah, it hasn't ruined my base makeup or anything like that. Sure, I don't hate it. I feel like I'm just used to a certain texture when it comes to cream contour and this one is slightly different. I can't say that this didn't work though. In fact, it has. I have a cream contour for the nose hack to share with you guys, and it involves a pencil. So let's play this. This girl is using a kohl pencil to contour her nose. I mean, that was quick. Makes sense. I like the idea. I mean, a pencil is obviously thin enough, so you're going to get those lines. Convenient because it's in kohl pencil form. How does it blend though? We're going to see. I think the most important thing as well is that you get the right tone in your pencil. Change my mind. I'm going to be using this crayon from Elf. Oh my God. Oh, God, this is going to be too dark, isn't it? Let's just go super light-handed with this. The thing about a cream contour product or bronzer or whatever is it's the right tone. This looks off to me. Gotta be the right tone, and maybe mine's just not. Blend and hope for the best. I mean, technically contour should be more cool toned. I just don't do that. If I don't blend, I feel like you can still see the lines, but then by blending, I feel like it just now looks, yeah, I mean, if it's not the right tone, it's just not gonna happen. Personally, I would just stick to bronzer or whatever. I just feel like that is just kind of doing the most for me. Cream blush time, let's go. So, oh, let me turn it down. This girl mixes together a liquid lipstick and a little bit of foundation to make her own cream blush. And this colour, watch this guys. This looks beautiful. I kind of want to know what lipstick she used because that colour looks insane. I think it's just like a dark pink. And then look at it on her skin. Oh my gosh, she looks unbelievable. Like that looks just like a really glowy product. This is a money saving hack and I kind of love that. I'm gonna go for this pink lipstick. This is from H&B Cosmetics. This is in OMG. I've been loving a baby pink like blush, so I'm sure this is what will hopefully give me that. So I've got a little bit of product there like she did. And then she literally took the smallest bit of foundation as well, mixed it together. How beautiful. OMG, get it? I'm excited. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the liquid lipstick. I wanna make that pinker. Oh my God, that color is to die for. Before I put it on the skin, I'm just gonna make a little bit more because I feel like this just wasn't enough. Picking it up with my brush, get it on there. Blend this how I normally would. Oh my God, are you kidding? This is genius. Like this is genius. That blended just as easy as a cream blush would. In fact, it actually has like a glow to it as well. Such a nice shade. And I love the fact that you can literally do this with any shade you literally want. Any lipstick that you have, you can turn it into cream blush by using a little bit of foundation. I'm obsessed. Stop. Like this color with like the brighter under eye, like the baby pink. A lipstick and a foundation, I'm 99.9% sure is everything that we have in our makeup routines. So I feel like anyone could do this as well. This, 10 out of 10. 1,000,000%. This is my favorite hack so far. This is a hack that I'm very familiar with. I use this in my everyday routine. However, I want to show it because it is, that's where I got it from. I got it from TikTok. Yes, we are using the Jumbo NYX crayon to contour the nose. Guys, this is genius. I promise you. She's even using it in the inner corners. I even use mine under the brow bone as well. There we go. It's like a highlight. It literally highlights and lifts the entire face. Like, this is a genius hack. I love this one so much. Straight down the middle. Just do a line. Do it on the tip as well. I'm even going to place it underneath the brows today too. Seriously, this has saved so much time when it comes to nose contour. If you struggle with it, try this method instead. You literally just blend it out with your finger. See that? See how much more lifted all the features look? The nose looks more contoured. Like, it's actually genius. I've been doing this in my routine for a good while now, and honestly, it's a game changer. I will not be looking back. Thanks, TikTok. TikTok. Thank you. God, I forgot about my tea. Hold on, before we do the next hack. I need to be British for a second. Cute little highlighter hack now. This little tip is meant to stop your highlighter powder from looking kind of powdery. Apparently it's meant to meld it more into the skin. So let's give this a go. So we're taking a powder to a cream here. You need Vaseline. I don't have Vaseline, but I'm gonna use lip balm. And then she's taken her powder highlighter, scooping some out of the pan, and then, yeah, mix it with the Vaseline. And just like that, she's created like a liquid highlighter. DIY queen. Let's see what it looks like on. Whoa. I want to see it at the end. That looks impressive. I'm down. We all know I've been loving a cream highlighter at the moment, so let's do this. So to do this, I'm going to be just using my Beauty Bay highlighter. I love this one. This is in Beam. And then I do have my Beauty Bay lip balm. Vaseline is essentially lip balm. So fingers crossed this should work the same, if not similar. So I'm just going to squeeze some of this in the back of my hand. This is actually clear as well. Scrape out some highlighter from the pan. This Beauty Bay lip balm actually has the same sort of consistency as Vaseline. Like, it's a bit thicker. Woo! I see the vision. I see the vision. Oh my god. I'm gonna apply this how I normally would, like a cream highlighter. So with my sponge, I'm just gonna pick up some of that product, apply it to the skin. Hold up. We could be onto something here. I mean, I look wet. It does feel texture-wise a little bit more sticky than, say, like a liquid highlighter would. Has a little bit of a thicker consistency, so I can kind of feel the tack on my skin. However, you cannot deny the fact that that has added that glow to my skin. And I 100% agree, it's like melted it into the skin. And my skin suddenly just looks like overall like dewy. Yeah, that is lovely. And it hasn't separated or moved around any of my foundation or powders or anything underneath. It's just melted on top. That is beautiful. Same as the liquid blush hack, right? I feel like we all have a highlighter and Vaseline or a lip balm or something hanging around. Definitely something we could all create. That is fucking cool. Lips now to finish this entire look off. I'm excited about this hack because this looks funky. This looks cool. Never tried anything like this at all, and I want to give it a go. And then obviously if it looks shocking, I'll do another one. Introducing to you guys the Ombre Lip. Let's go. So she's going from like dark to light. I've seen people do like dark on the outside to light in the middle. But look how easy this is. She just rubs her lips together and has the most perfectly blended ombre lip. And that colour combination, by the way, is wicked. Now, because I'm such a nude lip whore, we're going to do a nude version. Just rummaged in my collection and found a brown and like a nude liquid lipstick. She did use liquid, so I'm going to do that. I wonder if you could do this with actual lipsticks, but my only one thing about this is she didn't line her lips, which is kind of freaking me out a little bit. Can I cheat and do that, guys? Would you hate me? I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to take Rust Nude and just, this is by Cash Beauty, by the way. Brown on the outside. This is the Misguided matte lipstick in, no idea. Not sure, but it's the brown. I'm gonna do brown on the outside and then nude in the middle. God, it feels weird not to rub your lips together. And then I'm gonna take this one from Makeup Revolution. This is the matte liquid lipstick in Head Turner. In the middle here. Will this give me the most beautiful blended ombre lip, or will I look fucking crazy? Stay tuned. I can't reach enough. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the colour. For some reason, this liquid lipstick has gone like purple rather than brown, but that definitely worked. I'm gonna do it with another color combo because I'm not feeling that color on me. Found this Dragon Beauty liquid lipstick. This is in Jinx, I believe. I want to use this as the brown instead because this looks a little bit more chocolate toned than this Misguided one. Then for the center, I'm going to use this P. Louise lip color, the matte liquid lip, you know, one of the lip bases. This is in Stark Naked. Divine. Sure. Okay, the edges are a little bit crazy on this one, but once you tap it off your finger, definitely has worked. I feel like that's a really cool way to like mix like liquid lipsticks together. What about a gloss to finish it off? Ooh, I like the dark corners actually. That's nice, that's cool. I like that. Very last hack is a setting spray hack. So he is telling us that we want to take a setting spray, spray our beauty blender with it, lots of, and then I believe he presses it into his skin. So he kind of like marries the setting spray at the very end. It's a really, really cool idea. Look at his skin, what the freak. That looks amazing. His skin looks juicy. His skin looks juicy. Now he used the glowy setting spray. I'm gonna use my M. Nicole Nighter though, because typically that is what I would use. Like this is the type of setting spray that I would use for my skin type. Spray a generous amount, he said. Pat it into the palm of your hands to evenly distribute the setting spray, and just so it's not too wet, press the setting spray into the skin. This makes so much sense, to be honest. You're pushing the setting spray into the skin rather than just sort of creating like a fine layer on top. It's also allowing me to like blend over everything together at the end with the sponge, which is cool. One final zoom in so that you can see the skin close up. Is it just me or has that made like these parts of my skin more glowy? Definitely a really nice method though. I will be doing that in the future for sure. Final face. This is the result of testing out some TikTok hacks. Let's finalize this. As I expected, we had some gems and then there were some questionable ones. My personal favorites are like the little hacks, which you feel like aren't a lot, but they really make a difference to your makeup routine, especially if you're someone that wears makeup a lot and you can kind of notice those small differences. I like those ones because I feel like they're really realistic in our makeup routines. My personal favorites in this video that I feel like you guys 100% need to try, number one being the liquid lipstick or whatever lipstick and foundation for liquid blusher. That was genius. Cool concept, one I would genuinely use in my makeup routine for sure, along with the lip balm and highlighter situation. My skin is glowing. Of course, I love the NYX Jumbo pencil for lifting, brightening, and also nose contouring. It kind of does everything. I actually think the lips are a cool concept as well, like the gradient. You can create some really cool, funky lip combinations and stuff, which I think is wicked. You can get creative, which we love that over here. What else was I into? Turning your bronzer into cream. This isn't the worst thing in the world. Oh my god, this! Putting your primer into your foundation rather than layering it up. Love. Love the highlighted under eye as well. I feel like it really, really helps to lift the face, and I also feel like it helps to make your like eye makeup pop a little bit more. Pressing your setting spray in is another cool one. What I'll do, guys, is in the description box I'll write the list of hacks, and the ones that have a star next to are the hacks that I will either use in my makeup routine or that I think is genius and kind of makes sense to be a hack. Do you know what I mean? Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I'm out. Peace out. Have a good day.